Hey guys, welcome to Mod and Pop Thrift. Today we're going to do a whole bunch of what solds, and then my wife and I are going on a trip without the kids, and we end up hitting a Goodwill and show you a little bit of what we find. Okay, so this doesn't really relate to reselling, but I thought it was worth showing you.
Are you in a toxic friendship?
Right side,
Author of How to Break Up
second button, mutes that TV. Now I don't have to listen to their stupid advertisement. So when we bought this house, this giant refrigerator was left in the garage, and it's fantastic. I mean, it's dirty, but it's a garage refrigerator. We're getting in K11 here. Let's see if we can't find a book. This book right here. It's not Lassie. It looks like Lassie. It's Terhune. It's an old book. It sold for this amount of money. And that was a hoarder house thing. I've had that for probably close to 8 months. And I still haven't even gone through all of the hoarder house stuff. So that's still getting listed and still getting processed and sold. Z32 box is one you're probably going to see me in a lot. It's a lot of the Dark Tower stuff and stuff that I just picked up recently. Turkey hunting. So I went to an estate sale, and there wasn't a lot in the way of clothes, but there were a handful of these single stitch hunting shirts. This one is Turkey's North American Wild Turkey Open Trail. Just a single stitch. Hunting clothes do surprisingly well. As a guy who doesn't really wear hunting clothes, I am a little bit shocked at how well even the vintage stuff does. So there you go. It's only been listed a handful of days. I got it at the same time as the Dark Tower. That's why it was in that same box. Guitar Hero Legends of Rock. I'll put up some pictures of the inside of this. This guitar does not work because it won't sync with the dongle. And so, but it is complete in the box. It's got a really nice disc in it. And the guitar can either be replaced or repaired. And so this, I paid $15 on half price day at an estate sale for this, and it sold for $60. Plus the guy paid 40 something for shipping to Florida from Central Illinois, and it's probably only going to cost me like 25 bucks to send UPS. So look out for Guitar Hero guitars, but especially if they're in the box. And you guys were with me on that haul video the other day where I picked up these books. I paid 70 cents a piece for them. 16 times 70 is $11.20. So I paid 10 bucks for them. They sold in 2 or 3 days of being listed for almost $40 plus shipping. And I find that lots of books do pretty well. I always comp them first, but a lot of times if you can find book series that have a lot and you put 16 of them together, they're going to sell for surprisingly much and reasonably quick. So far this morning, we've sold 4 beach balls. And I had the beach balls for, I don't remember, $12 free shipping for 2. And somebody bought 2 of those packs. So they're $24. I can ship them all together. And I can probably ship them in a flat rate priority envelope, which would be like $8.50. So I've only sold 4, and I've almost got all my money back on the beach balls. Old Jersey's grid tags normally do pretty well. This is a 2XL dark green blank going in my compostable mailers. Down here in S66, this was $10 free shipping, but I paid 25 cents for this Tervis cup, and for whatever reason it had 2 lids. These Tervis brand cups will sell without, this tumbler will sell without the lid, especially if it has something interesting. I don't know if just these generic palm trees will sell, but I listed it because I bought it for the replacement lids. These will go in a poly mailer. Well, they'll probably go in a bubble mailer and ship for $3. They sold for 10, and I'm a quarter into them. So that's $5 I'm making to put these in a padded envelope. I love Nintendo stuff, but I've never been a huge Zelda fan. But when I found this 2XL hoodie with the crazy hood on it for like $3 at a garage sale, I was like, that's gonna sell for sure. Took longer than I expected. I don't remember. It was the beginning of summer, so I probably had it for 6 months, and it's did finally sell for decent money. If I can get back into, I don't know who Kevin Carey is. I bought this at Goodwill for $1.15. It was just a tote with a lid. HE52 is where I have a bunch of pins, and I'll tell you a story about those. So HE52 1, I'm looking for 4. The garage sale where I went to 4. It was right before I started the channel back up. I got a bunch of hats, and the dude was a McDonald's manager. I don't know what pin I'm looking for in this bag. South Dakota Black Hills. That's it. Yeah. Hat Tack, South Dakota. So dude was a McDonald's manager, and he had a whole bunch of hats. All of those hats that I keep talking about, where one sold for $2.29 and one sold for $70, and I still have a bunch of them. But he also had a glass vase full of pins, like Hotter and Faster McDonald's and Supersize It McDonald's, and this one, and there was a bunch of older Jurassic Park themed McDonald's ones, and so he wanted $30. Just remembered while I was editing this that he was super impressed with whatever the vase was, and it might have been worth reselling, but I was like, well, rather than $30 and that super impressive vase that his wife bought, and part of the deal was he was getting rid of a bunch of stuff after his wife passed away. I was like, if that vase means something to you, dump these in a Walmart bag and keep the vase, and either you can sell it to somebody else or you can keep it for sentimental value, but I don't necessarily want to pay the extra $10 to keep the vase. And so I ended up getting them for $20 for the vase. I think I ended up getting it for $20 because I was buying so much other stuff. But these $20, I still have all these pins to sell, and I'm way in the profit. And these are clicking off reasonably quickly. There was one that was, oh, look at this Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a light up. I had to buy a battery for it, but it was like 75 cents free shipping. And so it's working out fairly well, these pins. They're super easy to list. Obviously, they're pretty easy to store and pretty easy to ship. So they're just easy money, not big money, but they work well. In here, probably in the bottom, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to film myself digging for it or not, is a bad buy. But I list bad buys anyway. You kind of have to divorce yourself from what you paid for an item when you list it. It doesn't matter that I paid $3 for this hat and it sells for $9.99 free shipping. I am not going to make money on that. But at $9.99 free shipping, it had a decent sell-through rate. And so I'm not going to not list it, because that would be dumb. Why would I not at least make my money back? But I'm not going to list it high so that it never sells, because then I'm also not making my money back. I just have to... What it is worth doesn't matter. What you paid for it doesn't make it worth more. It was a bad buy. I listed it at market, or a little, what I always do is a little below market, and it sold, and that's okay. And now I know not to buy this hat again. I didn't comp it. I should have comped it. Lesson learned, but there's no reason to donate it back if it has a decent sell-through rate. There's no reason to list it too high and hope you get more money than it's worth, because that is unrealistic and unsustainable. And so doesn't matter what you paid for it. Divorce yourself from the buying when it's time to list, because you list it for what it's worth in order for it to sell. Doctor Who police box. I would have thought this was $12 plus shipping. It's $9.99 free shipping. Cool hat, bad buy. Has a leaf on it. Lesson learned. I was about to film a video facing the other direction, but looks like my shipping materials showed up from Supply Hut. But what I was saying, if you found a crispy new $100 bill and you paid $250 for it, you don't throw it away because you overpaid, and you don't expect somebody to give you $500 because you need to double up. You take $100 for it because it's worth $100, and you take your lumps and you move on. What you paid has no relevance to market value. You make the money when you buy it, based on buying it below market value. I think I'm beating a dead horse at this point. My favorite daughter.
Dad,
What?
I tried to.
You watching Gabby?
Yeah, but I tried to turn on Cocomelon.
You want to watch Cocomelon instead?
Yeah.
Boo. Couple of hundred 4x8 by 6 boxes. Couple of hundred small manila padded envelopes, and a couple hundred of these craft paper, recycled paper envelopes, padded envelopes. Again, had a couple errands to run. We jumped into Goodwill. First thing that I see is this sealed Stephen King. This one's not sealed. I'm gonna count those real quick. And Evie found a whole bunch of Nickelodeon books. If these are anything. So this thing is really cool. It's 1983 Fisher Price, and it's only $3.49. But it's supposed to have a green mouthpiece right there, and you can't really use it without it. That's a cool piece, though. So this is all the toys. We'll probably look at this Leap Pad stuff. There's Evelyn. That looks interesting. We'll take a second look at that. And then Nerf guns, which I tend to just leave alone. What is this?
The police.
The police.
Whoa.
1991 Hasbro. I suspect that is legit G.I. Joe.
Dad, do you just see
Yeah,
that?
there's a Cobra.
Dad, do you see that?
I don't know how much it is. Is that a price tag on it of like $2? I'd probably buy it. Like this is $2.29. It's only 10 or 12 bucks, but it doesn't have a price tag on it, and I don't feel like fussing with it. Boy, did I strike out today. I spent $11.46, and I got this for $2.29. I believe this will fit my refrigerator at home, but it's only worth about $6. I got this Cubs Tervis. We just made a video about that Tervis lid that sold. It's dirty, but that stuff on the inside is on the inside. You can see where I scratched it up. That'll clean up. I don't know what that's worth. These books I paid 50 cents a piece for, and they are probably worth $2 or $3 a piece. That's nothing. Christmas Carol, sealed in the big box DVD. That doesn't make any difference that it's in the big box, and it's cool. I love A Christmas Carol. I love George C. Scott. That doesn't make this worth selling. Probably $8 plus shipping. And then this is okay. It's probably $12.99, maybe $15. Carhartt long sleeve 2XLT. Just a generic t-shirt. I don't even think it has a pocket, which actually helps if it doesn't have a pocket. The guys who want a pocket always want it to have a pocket, but most people are not that guy. Carhartt down the sleeve. I'll make money on the stuff that I bought, but I'd have been better off not going. It's not even a real seal, it's a reseal and I missed it. Man, don't follow me, I suck at this.